Let me tell you something that most people don't want to hear. The SUV sitting in your driveway right now, the one you're still making payments on, there's a very real chance it's not going to make it past 150,000 miles. And your dealer? He already knows that. He knew it the day he sold it to you. He's counting the days until you walk back through those doors looking for a replacement. Here's the reality. A massive study by iSeeCars analyzed over 174 million vehicles to figure out which ones actually survive long term. And the number they found is brutal. The average vehicle on the road today has only a 4.8% chance of reaching 250,000 miles. That's less than 1 in 20. Think about that for a second. 95% of the vehicles out there are going to tap out well before 250,000 miles. But here's where it gets interesting. There's a small group of SUVs that completely destroy that average. We're talking vehicles with a 30, 35, even 39% chance of reaching that number, 8 times the industry average. And the best part? You don't need $50,000 or $60,000 to get one. You can grab these things on the used market for under $25,000. Sometimes well under. I've spent decades turning wrenches on these trucks. I've seen what survives and what doesn't. And today, I'm giving you my 5 picks for used SUVs under 25 grand that will realistically hit 200,000 miles and keep going. No fluff, no dealer talk, just what actually works. Let's get into it. The longevity myth. Before we get to the list, I need to kill a myth that I hear repeated constantly. By dealers, by YouTubers, by your neighbor who thinks he's a mechanic because he changed his own oil once. The myth goes like this. Any car can last 200,000 miles if you maintain it properly. That is absolute garbage. Maintenance matters, obviously, but design matters more. An engine with a turbocharger, direct injection, and a cylinder deactivation system has 3 additional failure points compared to a naturally aspirated motor with port injection and a simple timing chain. You can put the best synthetic oil on the planet into a poorly designed engine, and it's still going to give you problems at 120,000 miles because the engineering has fundamental weaknesses baked into it from the factory. The SUVs on this list aren't here because their owners babied them. They're here because the engineers who designed them prioritize durability over gimmicks. Simple powertrains, proven platforms, components that were designed to take abuse for decades. That's what separates a 200,000-mile SUV from a 120,000-mile money pit. Keep that in mind as we go through this list. Number 5, Chevrolet Tahoe/Suburban. Number 5 is going to be controversial, and I know that, but hear me out. The Chevrolet Tahoe and its bigger brother, the Suburban, deserve a spot on this list, with a very important asterisk that I'm about to explain. The foundation here is GM's 5.3-liter V8, the LS and LT engine family. This is one of the most produced, most proven V8 engines in American automotive history. It's a pushrod design with a cast iron block, and when this engine is left alone to do its job, it will run to 200,000, 250,000, even 300,000 miles without a major overhaul. iSeeCars data shows the Suburban has roughly a 31% probability of reaching 200,000 miles. That's not a fluke. That's decades of engineering refinement on a platform that GM has been building since the mid-90s. On the used market, you can find 2015 to 2019 Tahoes and Suburbans with the 5.3 for $18,000 to $25,000 with 80,000 to 130,000 miles on the clock. Huge amount of inventory available, which keeps prices competitive. You're getting a full-size body-on-frame SUV with serious towing capacity and room for the entire family. Now, here's the asterisk I mentioned. GM equipped these engines with a system called Active Fuel Management, AFM. It's a cylinder deactivation system designed to shut down 4 of the 8 cylinders during light cruising to save fuel. And on paper, it sounds great. In practice, it's a ticking time bomb. The AFM system uses specialized lifters that are prone to collapse. When they fail, and on a lot of these engines, it's a matter of when, not if, you're looking at lifter replacement, potential camshaft damage, and a repair bill anywhere from $2,000 to $5,500 depending on the damage. I've seen guys bring in Tahoes at 110,000, 120,000 miles with collapsed lifters, and they're devastated because everything else on the truck is perfect. Here's what I tell every single person who buys one of these. Get an AFM disabler. It's a plug-in module that costs about $200 and keeps the engine running on all 8 cylinders all the time. Or if you want to go further, get a full AFM delete. The guys who do this, they report 200,000, 250,000 no lifter issues. The guys who don't, I see them in my shop with a $4,000 bill and a sick look on their face. The 5.3 V8 is a great engine. GM just couldn't resist bolting a flawed fuel-saving system onto it. Remove that variable from the equation and you've got one of the most durable full-size SUVs on the market for under 25 grand. Number 4, Honda CR-V. Number 4 is for the practical buyers out there, the ones who don't need to tow a boat or crawl over boulders. The Honda CR-V. Not every SUV that hits 200,000 miles needs to be a body-on-frame truck with a V8. The CR-V proves that a well-engineered compact crossover can go the distance just as reliably. And it'll do it while spending a fraction of what the big trucks cost on gas and maintenance. CR-Vs with 200,000 miles are routine. Some owners report hitting 300,000 and still going. Honda ranks number 1 in RepairPal's brand reliability ratings with a 4.0 out of 5, and average annual maintenance on a CR-V runs about $400 to $500. That's roughly $200 a year less than the industry average for all brands. The 5th generation 2017 through 2022 is your target. On the used market, 2019 to 2021 models in EX or EXL AWD trim are going for $19,000 to $24,000 with 50,000 to 80,000 miles. That's the most recent, most modern SUV you're gonna get for under 25 grand on this entire list. You're getting Apple CarPlay, Honda Sensing Safety Suite, a comfortable interior, and an engine that simply refuses to cause problems. Now, I have to be straight with you about one thing. The 2017 and 2018 model years had a known oil dilution issue with the 1.5-liter turbocharged engine. In cold climates, unburned fuel was mixing with the engine oil, diluting it and potentially causing long-term damage. Honda acknowledged the problem and extended warranty coverage on affected vehicles, and they addressed it with software updates and hardware changes for 2019 and beyond. So if you're shopping CR-Vs, skip 2017 and 2018. Go straight to 2019 or newer, and you avoid that headache entirely. The CR-V is the kind of vehicle that comes into my shop at 150,000 miles for an oil change and a tire rotation, and it leaves. That's it. No drama, no surprises, no 4-figure repair bill. If you don't need to tow 8,000 pounds or dominate a trail, this is where your $25,000 goes the absolute farthest. Number 3, Lexus GX46O. Number 3 is where we start playing a different game entirely. The Lexus GX46O. Most people hear Lexus and they think expensive maintenance, luxury tax on parts, dealer-only service. And for a lot of Lexus models, that's partially true. But the GX is not like other Lexus products. The GX460 is built on the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado platform. Same frame, same drivetrain philosophy, same legendary durability. They just wrapped it in leather, added sound insulation, and put a Lexus badge on the grille. Underneath that badge, it's a Toyota truck through and through. The numbers back this up hard. iSeeCars gives the GX an 18.3% chance of reaching 250,000 miles, nearly 4 times the industry average. Its reliability score sits at 8.4 out of 10. The 4.6-liter V8 under the hood is naturally aspirated. No turbo, no supercharger, just a proven Toyota V8 that makes reliable power and doesn't ask for much in return. Full-time 4-wheel drive, body-on-frame construction. This thing was built to handle conditions that would destroy most luxury SUVs before lunch. On the used market, GX460 models from 2013 to 2017 are sitting in the $18,000 to $25,000 range with 80,000 to 120,000 miles. You're getting a legitimate luxury SUV, heated leather seats, premium sound system, a cabin that's quieter than most sedans, for the price of a new Nissan Kick. Let that sink in. One thing to watch for. Some GX models with the luxury trim came equipped with adaptive air suspension. When it works, the ride is fantastic. When it fails, and after 100,000 miles, it can fail. you're looking at $1,500 or more per corner to fix. My advice? Buy the premium trim with the standard spring. You get 95% of the same truck without the suspension headache. I'll put it this way. A Range Rover and a Lexus GX cost roughly the same money when they're new. 5 years and 100,000 miles later, the Range Rover has been to the shop 15 times and needs a new transmission. The GX just needs an oil change and maybe new brake pads. One of those is an investment. The other is a donation to your mechanic's retirement fund. Choose wisely. Number 2. Toyota Sequoia. Number 2 is my sleeper pick, and it might be the single best value on this entire list. The Toyota Sequoia. Here's a stat that blows people's minds when I tell them. In iSeeCars longevity study, remember, 174 million vehicles analyzed, the Toyota Sequoia ranked number 1 overall. Not number 1 among SUVs. Number 1 out of every single vehicle they studied. A 39.1% chance of reaching 250,000 miles. That's 8 times the industry average. No other passenger vehicle even comes close. And yet, nobody's searching for used Sequoias. Everybody's fighting over 4Runners, driving up those prices, while the Sequoia, which statistically outlasts the 4Runner, sits on dealer lots barely getting a second look. That's a market inefficiency, and smart buyers exploit market inefficiencies. The second generation Sequoia, 2008 through 2022, runs the 5.7-liter V8, the legendary 3UR-FE. This is the exact same engine that powers the Toyota Tundra, a truck that's famous for reaching 300,000 miles without breaking a sweat. It's paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission that shifts smooth and doesn't have the reliability question marks that a lot of modern transmissions carry. The platform is body on frame, the construction is overbuilt, and the parts availability is massive because it shares so much with the Tundra. Used market pricing is where this gets really exciting. You can find 2008 to 2014 Sequoias for $12,000 to $23,000. A new Sequoia starts at over $65,000. You're getting the same fundamental engineering, the same V8, the same frame philosophy, for less than a third of the price. That's not a good deal. That's borderline theft. Now, I'm going to be honest about the downside because that's what I do. Fuel economy on the 5.7 V8 Sequoia is rough. We're talking 13 to 17 miles per gallon combined. This is a big, heavy, full-size SUV with a V8, and it drinks accordingly. If gas prices are a major concern for you, this might not be your pick. But if you can live with the fuel bill, there is no full-size SUV under $25,000 that gives you better odds of reaching 250,000 miles. The data doesn't lie. Number 1, Toyota 4Runner, and number 1. If you've been paying attention, this shouldn't surprise you. The Toyota 4Runner. The 4Runner has a 32.9% chance of reaching 250,000 miles according to iSeeCars. It's been one of the most respected names in the SUV world for over 40 years, and the 5th generation, which ran from 2010 all the way to 2024, is the sweet spot for used buyers right now. Think about that for a second. Toyota ran the same generation of 4Runner for 14 consecutive years. That's not laziness. That's what happens when you build something so good that the only rational decision is to keep refining it rather than redesigning it. 14 years of production means 14 years of ironing out every possible defect, optimizing every component, and perfecting every system. By the time you get to a 2018 or 2025 Gen 4Runner, you're buying a vehicle where Toyota has had over a decade to eliminate problems. The heart of the 5th generation 4Runner is the 4.0-liter V6, the one GR-FE. This engine is naturally aspirated. No turbo, no supercharger, no direct injection on the older models. It uses a timing chain instead of a timing belt, which means there's no $800 belt replacement every 90,000 miles. The chain is designed to last the life of the engine. It produces 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque, which is more than enough for daily driving, highway cruising, light towing, and serious off-road work. The body-on-frame construction means this thing can take punishment that would destroy a unibody crossover. The four-wheel drive system, especially on the TRD Off-Road and TRD Pro trims, is one of the most capable in the business. And because 4Runners are so popular, parts availability is absurd. You can find anything you need at almost any auto parts store in the country, and aftermarket support is equally massive. Used pricing, 2016 to 2017 SR 54WD models are hitting the $22,000 to $25,000 mark with 80,000 to 110,000 miles. Older fifth gens from 2010 to 2013 can be found for $15,000 to $20,000 with more miles. But remember, more miles on a 4Runner is not the same as more miles on a Nissan Pathfinder.
These trucks don't care. Known issues? Sure, every vehicle has them. Starter solenoid corrosion, cheap fix. Charcoal canister failure that triggers a check engine light, annoying but not dangerous. Suspension bushings and shocks after 150,000 miles, standard wear items on any truck. None of these are wallet crushers. None of them are engine or transmission failures. They're maintenance items, not design flaws. One critical warning: avoid the 2003 to 2005 fourth generation models. Those years had serious frame rust problems, especially in northern states where road salt is used in winter. Beyond that specific issue, the 4Runner's track record is almost comically clean. When a 4Runner rolls into my shop with 200,000 miles on the odometer, I don't even flinch. I've seen them at 280,000, 300,000 miles, running like they're barely broken in. The V6 is simple, it's proven, and it doesn't have a list of expensive weak points waiting to ambush you. That's why it's number one. The SUVs that will never make it. Now, because I want to save you from making the wrong decision, let me tell you which SUVs are absolutely not going to see 200,000 miles, no matter how much you spend on maintenance. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, Consumer Reports gives it a 1 out of 5 reliability score. The 4xe plug-in hybrid version is a complete repair disaster, and even the standard models are plagued by electrical gremlins and build quality issues that would embarrass a brand half its price. Stellantis quality control has fallen off a cliff, and everyone in the industry knows it. The Dodge Hornet. Multiple automotive outlets ranked it the single worst SUV you can buy in 2026. It's built from Alfa Romeo and Fiat parts in Italy. It depreciates faster than a snowball melts in July, and dealers are struggling to move them even with massive discounts. That tells you everything you need to know. The Range Rover. Beautiful trucks. I'll give them that. But air suspension breakdowns, electrical malfunctions, and cooling system failures are practically guaranteed once you pass 60,000 miles. CarEdge calculated a total cost of ownership of $141,000 over 5 years and gave it an F grade. An F, you're literally paying luxury prices for below-average reliability, and the Nissan Pathfinder, specifically the CVT years. The Jatco continuously variable transmission that Nissan used is one of the most failure-prone transmissions in modern automotive history. Shuddering, overheating, complete failure between 60,000 and 100,000 miles. If someone tries to sell you a Pathfinder with a CVT as a reliable family SUV, walk away. No, actually, run. So there you have it. 5 SUVs, all under $25,000, all with proven track records of reaching 200,000 miles and beyond. The Tahoe for the full-size V8 crowd who's willing to fix the AFM problem. The CR-V for the practical buyer who wants the lowest cost of ownership. The Lexus GX for the person who wants luxury without the reliability nightmare. The Sequoia for the smart buyer who knows the best deals are the ones nobody else is looking at. And the 4Runner for the person who just wants the most bulletproof SUV money can buy. Drop a comment and tell me which one you'd pick, or if you think I got it wrong. If this saved you from buying the wrong truck, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you in the next video.